What's up? I'm the Super Chef Darnell Ferguson, and this is Cook That Ish, the one-round winner-takes-all competition show that finds two chefs who claim to be the best at cooking a certain dish, and we put them against each other to see who can not only talk it, but cook it.
Paving this shit, crying. Ain't nobody cooking like your man right here. Trying to find that sauce, then you should look right here. I'm a fool with the whole entree. Hit him with a little saute. You know I be coming with fillets. Scissor with the drizzle in the glaze.
So let me introduce today's chefs. First, we have fighting out of the blue corner. He is the owner of the culinary apparel line Chef to Impress and the co-owner of the hottest breakfast restaurant in Louisville, Kentucky. He goes by Mr. Pay-Per-View, Rocco Blanco, and the whole dang show. Give it up for Chef Rodney White. And next, fighting out of the red corner, he is said to be one of the top young chefs on the rise in Louisville, Kentucky. He is the executive chef and owner of Catering the Experience, and he goes by the Box Chef. Here is Chef Austin Harris. How you fellas feeling today?
Feeling like a winner.
I'm feeling phenomenal, man. Easy win today.
All right, so today's battle is going to be a super fun one. It's that one dish that no one does the same, but that everyone loves to eat for breakfast and lunch. We're talking about shrimp and grits. Woo!
I like it.
And that's my specialty, shrimp and grits also, so it's gonna be tough judging today. So now, we've seen through social media that you both have been talking that ish about being the best at making shrimp and grits, right? So I had this crazy idea to see who could not only talk it, but cook it. So, will it be you, Austin, or you, Rock?
You just looked at me.
Oh,
It's me.
easy there,
Quick
I guess.
math.
Hey, listen, I'm fighting out of the red corner. Only way I lose is they got extra ballots.
Extra bottles, that was a good one. 2 cents, I like that. All right, so now it's time to compete, right? Competition is here. And the one thing you know about me is, I know what competition is like. So you had to know this wasn't gonna be a walk in the park, right?
I figured.
Well, good, because I got 2 challenges in this round. The first one being time. You both have 20 minutes to cook and plate 3 dishes for me and the other 2 judges. The second being a piece of equipment that you have to use. And today, that is the illustrious flat top.
Oh my God.
Is that your young man?
It was easy. I thought it was gonna be something.
I like that. So, you both have 20 minutes to cook and plate 3 dishes. And you both have to use the flat top in some way, shape, or form in cooking this round.
Okay.
Understand?
Understood.
Dig it.
Time starts now. Oh, whoa. Okay, I forgot. So this is one of the key points right here, right? We must first do our famous rock, paper, scissors showdown. It's just like the show. It's a one-round winner takes all. It's not the best out of 3 here.
Oh, okay, one and done. Super Bowl style.
I don't need no extra.
Extra? Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Austin, are you ready? Rock, are you ready? Yeah. All right, so this is rock, paper, scissors. This is not rock, paper, scissors, shoot. This is not the new version.
Okay.
No.
Out the gate.
So this is rock, paper, scissors. Got it? All right, let's go.
Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye.
1, 2, 3. You can say rock, paper, scissors.
Ah, start-
rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, that's it. He sucks at his job already.
Okay.
You're both, okay, I'll say it for you. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Rock, paper, scissors.
Get over here.
All right, would you like to go first or second?
No, the fraudulent chef can go.
Oh,
Get some money.
Yeah.
oh, not.
Not passion?
Nah.
No.
I think you like food, but
All right, so,
You cook for that hairline.
turned out good.
so, we'll have you go to the green room and we'll get this thing started.
All right.
Easy.
We'll say good luck, but
Time starts now. This would be where you go. Rookies, gotta teach them everything. Chef, what do we have going on here today?
So today we have a flaming hot Cheeto shrimp and grits. Flamin' Hot Cheetos is one of my favorite chips. I love the smokiness of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I love the spice. I love the chipotle. So I plan on infusing all of that in my dish in a very deconstructed way.
So you said Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Flamin' Hot
Shrimp and grit.
Cheetos, yeah.
So is the Flamin' Hot Cheeto the shrimp or the grit?
So the Flaming Hot Cheeto will be the shrimp. That will be the breading on the shrimp.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. However, I plan on deconstructing those flavors into the grits. I don't want it. I want it to be a balanced masterpiece and just not a bunch of Flaming Hot Cheetos on a plate.
I got you. Okay.
I've decided to do a roasted chipotle pico to go around the grits. Unfortunately, some genius decided to add something to my challenge, so I got to think on the fly.
How to be that genius, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for calling me a genius.
Yeah,
I appreciate
if
it.
that's what you want to call yourself.
You do know I'm judging today, right?
You know what? You are a genius, man. You're a phenomenal genius.
He's smarter than he looks, people. See
Yeah.
how I got that right?
Culinary genius.
All right, so that's, first of all, this is super creative to do is Flamin' Hot Cheetos shrimp and grits. Off the wall, nothing I've ever seen before. I know this is something that's gonna just wow the judges in general. So what do you have going on right here?
So right there is I'm making a roux.
Gotcha.
I plan on using that because I want to finish my dish with the cheese sauce. So when I finish it with that cheese sauce, I want to finish it too, so you have an extra layer of flavor on top of what I was going to do anyway. But I also want it to be creamy. I want it to be rich, just because I know when you're adding pretty much a binder to anything, it's going to tighten it up. So
Gotcha.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that on there. We're gonna start that process now.
All right. You got a little oil, butter, you gonna add to that right there? You gonna put some?
No, because I'm gonna add my chipotles. I'm gonna add my my chipotles. I'm gonna add my cilantro, and then I'm gonna add some garlic. I'm gonna add some garlic. I'm gonna add a little salt, pepper, sugar, and then I want the moisture on my roasted pico. I want that moisture to come from the chipotle, so it actually absorbs and it's not really watery when I get ready to make it.
Hey, words to the wise from my days of competing is don't talk with your hands, cook with your hands, all right? So we'll give you a little bit of advice right there, brother.
I got you. I apologize.
The time is ticking. 20 minutes is the new 10.
Yeah,
You know that, right?
Yeah, that's what they say, man. But you never cooked with a box chef.
Oh, the
you know,
box chef.
Yeah, you never. You know what I'm saying?
Because you think of things out the box, like
man, everything
Cheetos,
is out.
shrimp and grits.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what makes this different than, like, what makes you separate this as the best shrimp and grits?
I think it's the best because one, I've never met a person that didn't like Flamin' Hot Cheetos that was around my age, and luckily for me, all of the judges are fairly young.
Oh.
At least y'all look great. So you're trying to give me some cool points up
Oh,
there.
gotcha. Sucking up. That's his specialty. See,
Yeah,
that's 2 times so far.
Yeah, you know, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So, you know, I wanna go ahead and get this started. Gonna add a little salt and pepper.
All right,
Yeah.
Chef. Well,
Go ahead.
what do you think about your opponent today?
I don't think much of him. I think if he made, I did do a little research on my opponent. I'm not one of them guys just to walk into a fight and not know anything. So I went on his Instagram and he has his own Chef to Impress chef coat company. The coats are phenomenal. But then I looked at his pictures of his food and he can't cook half as good as he makes chef coats. So I'm not really concerned now.
Oh, that is hilarious, man. So you're at 14 and a half minutes left. I'm gonna leave you alone for a little bit. That way you can focus. And I'm gonna come up here and talk to our judges.
All right, thank you.
All right, so let me introduce our amazing judges we have today. She is not only the queen of bourbon, but she has a refined and educated palate that is going to be up to the test today, Miss Mackenzie Pay. And next, this man has done everything in the restaurant industry, from executive chef to general manager, and now he is 100% just helping restaurants get open and fueling everything they need to be a success. From US Foods, Mitch Huff. So, all right, guys and girls. When you think of shrimp and grits, what is it that comes to mind first?
Probably the first thing is Southern hospitality. Totally a hearty, big, full, cheesy, little bit of heat to it meal, something you can share with people, have good conversation, and by the time you're done, you're like, this was a great experience.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's kind of an open canvas for a painter, right? Because there's so many flavors you can inject into it. You get a nice combination of crispy shrimp and creamy grits in there with all kinds of vegetables and just different flavorings. That's amazing. I think the cool thing about shrimp and grits, it's almost, I think it started in the South, but it's almost on its way to ubiquity because it's everywhere now. You see it on every menu, on a lot of restaurants, north, south, east, west, and it's just becoming a really popular dish.
Yeah, and like you said, now this is where I like the fun part is that it is a Southern dish, but now we can just totally scratch everything you've learned and redo it in every restaurant.
Absolutely.
The grits can be truffle, the shrimp can be fried, grilled, poached is the best way. But you know, there's so much, it's a blank canvas. It's kind of like an Eggs Benedict. You just take grits, do what you want. Take topping, do what you want. Take shrimp, and figure out what's the best way for you to serve them with everything else you're doing. Like, shrimp and grits is the home run hit for brunch.
And now you see people using cauliflower, rice cauliflower as a grit substitute. So you're starting to really see it go outside the guardrails, and which is fun. That's what cooking's all about.
Yeah, unless you hate vegan food, then you're a Magdalene right there, you know. No, but that's exactly what you think of.
So you said this morning you didn't like flaming hot Cheetos. Are you a little concerned about what he's doing right now? What's
A little bit. Anytime I've even remotely been like, all right, I'm gonna try this. I try one, nope, game over. Give me a bottle of water. Right. So hopefully he has something to where there's enough balance in there. I'm somebody that I love and appreciate balance. So if he can put enough cheesy creaminess in those grits, I think I'll be okay. But I guess we'll just have to see. This is apparently like his dish that he's the best at, so I have some faith.
right? Yeah, and he's putting those chipotles in that pico. I'm concerned how hot this dish is going to be perfectly honest with you. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So when I was talking with Austin before this thing started, he said this was a new idea. So he claims he's made the dish 1,000 times, but the idea that he's incorporating today is brand new to him. So I hope he brings his A game because there's a lot at stake here.
Yeah, if it is his dish, I think the fact that he does want to incorporate this element of something a little bit brand new, I think that shows his confidence and like, yo, this is my dish and I'm gonna make anything work. So I'm definitely anxious to see how it comes out.
Agree. He's very confident right now. He seems like he knows what he's doing. A little bit of smack talk to Chef Darnell, which nothing wrong with that, right? So he's bringing it for sure, which he has to do.
Right.
When I see him blending those Cheetos in that blender, it seems like there's a lot of moisture in there. And normally when you bread a shrimp like that, if you're using kind of a traditional egg wash, it would stick a little bit better. So I'm wondering if that's gonna clump and fall off when he drops out in the fryer.
Yeah, he didn't add any type of flour or any additional powderiness to it. All it is that straight Cheeto. So we'll see if the breading holds up in that fryer or not.
Yeah, I mean, I like how he's slowly dropping it in the fryer. I think that'll help.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a little bit of a wild card right now.
It is. So the way he's cutting his shrimp right now, super clean. You can tell he's really confident just with his knives anyway. I love that.
Yeah, the refinedness of the tomato and the onion and the pico shows a pretty high level knife skill quality for sure. I'm a little bit concerned him cutting shrimp in his hand in the air, but we'll see how that turns out. So, but no, overall, it looks really good. And that visual on the plate is huge. It's majority of how people perceive flavor when they first look at a dish. So
absolutely, that first impression with the plating, the colors, just everything, it's really important. So obviously there's color with the Cheeto, but what other type of variety are you gonna have in there?
Right, yep. Yeah, he's got 5 minutes left, and I know Darnell made a comment about him speeding up a little bit, so I'm nervous that he's gonna get all that on the plate. I don't know, what do you think?
Well, I noticed that he's kind of going back and forth with like tasting his grits, add a little more salt, a little bit more cheese. Is he gonna have enough time to plate? Because you don't want to rush your plating. Again, the beauty in that presentation is so important. You absolutely can't rush that part either.
Yep. Yeah, when he started plating and took the grits back in to flavor them again, that was a little bit of a nervous moment for me for sure. So we'll see what happens.
So what I'm doing here, I'm grinding these Cheetos up because for the breading that goes on the shrimp, yes sir. That's actually not grinded up enough. Put that back in there, hit it one more time.
What is the binding agent for these shrimp? Like, what are you binding them with?
So the shrimp, I'm going to actually use a egg wash, and then I'm going to use the egg wash. I'm going to use the Flaming Hot Cheetos and a little splash of flour. Flaming Hot Cheetos and a little splash of flour for it to deep fry it.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good, man.
That really
Yeah, get
tight.
to it. 14 minutes.
Oh, I'm good, man. I am good. Dump all this in here. The hardest part is the cheese sauce and getting some color on that pico. Get this all. Let that go. So here, I'm going to get this going. Nice. Just gonna chop this cheese up. So this is a Chipotle cheddar and Gruyere cheese. It's really creamy. Normally I would already shred it, but it's so creamy, and honestly, you don't have to. It will melt up just fine.
Wow. Layers of flavor, man.
Layers. We got Asiago cheese going in here. We got a little roasted red peppers going in here. We've got minced garlic going in here. So
Not some minced garlic, a lot.
a lot of minced garlic. So one of the ingredients right here, this is bourbon smoked paprika, just a splash. I mean, we can't be doing the best up and coming chefs in Kentucky and not have paprika that's smoked with bourbon.
I like that.
Yeah. See, my other opponent, he's one of the people, I bet he ain't gonna use bourbon nowhere, but say he's a Kentucky chef.
I like it. Just so everyone knows at home, because this is a shrimp and grits battle, we made sure that we already started cooking their grits for them, because we use a nice Kentucky brand. We have Weisenberger grits. It usually take about 25 to 35 minutes to cook, but we already cooked them for them for about 10 minutes. That way, it's not taking them 30 minutes to finish these grits.
May I have a time check, please?
Yes.
All right.
11 minutes.
Thank you. So while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and put my gloves on here. I wanna butterfly these shrimp. One thing that makes really good shrimp is I hate when people use gigantic shrimp and they're not butterflied. Thank you, Chef.
Go.
I appreciate that.
Call me a kitchen angel, man. Trying to help you out. Stay
Thank
clean
you.
around here.
Thank you, man.
Hey, man, you don't cook like this in your mama's kitchen, do you?
Sometimes it depends if
okay.
she's there or not. You know? So we're gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of this sharp cheddar. People always ask, why do you use sharp cheddar over mild cheddar? And I actually just tell them when I was younger, for Easter, my grandma would make macaroni and cheese, and I would be looking so good. She would always say, man, you look so sharp. So I use sharp cheddar.
Hey, not that many times in life where I can tell somebody pull something out their butt. But that time, it seems like.
Yeah, there's no legitimate reason.
So you're adding your peppers right now, right?
Yes, I am adding my chipotle just a little bit.
So are you adding no liquid? That way you can get more of a char than
correct.
a sear?
Yes.
Okay. You
Yes.
want to, okay.
I want it
got
to
you.
be char and
Or the
kinda-
smoky flavor?
Right, for smoke, and also because it's gonna have the cheese sauce on top of it.
That sauce looks great.
It's coming together, Chef.
So what are you gonna do to these grits though?
The grits, I'm actually gonna infuse some of this cheese sauce into the grits.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're at 10 minutes.
Oh, we're good, Chef. The hard part is done. My lantern. I'm
got
gonna
you,
let
keep
you
cooking.
hang,
I
I'm
got
gonna let
your
you
help,
hang
man.
with that, man.
There you go. Grits through on, brother.
So we halfway through.
I said I never did nothing for you.
Thank you.
So you didn't add much of the chili, the peppers to this, right?
It only needs a little bit because it's so potent.
Gotcha.
Yes.
All right.
Just a little bit. I'm gonna mix that up. It's getting a little bit of a char, but we're gonna make it work. That's beautiful.
You salt and pepper in this too?
I already did, Chef.
Gotcha.
Try this. That tastes like you made it.
Tastes like here he goes again, sucking up people.
Hey man, you the judge.
Judge, host, a lot of different titles, you know. Some call me super chef, but they never call me the stupid chef, you know? So as long as that never happens, we are all good, people.
You ain't never heard me talk about you when you wasn't around.
Well, let me go ahead and critique this pico. With that being said,
And just know it's an experience. It's all going together.
good. I wouldn't forget about salt and pepper, but good.
Is that your little way of telling me that I need to do a little bit better?
Nah, man, I wouldn't tell you that, because then I'd be cheating. I don't want to cheat.
That's plenty.
But man, that sauce looks great. I will say you may want to watch your heat as well. So I compete a lot, man. So it's those little things, man, that can mess up your whole dish. So we have our Flamin' Hot Cheetos over here.
Yes, chef.
We got what, smoked paprika,
Yes, chef, right now. So this is a blend of mesquite seasoning,
seasoning.
celery salt, thyme, garlic, and a little bit of seasoning. A little bit of seasoning salt.
smart choice of flavor. So you're building like compounds of flavor, of
Yes.
levels of flavor here, right?
Correct. So we're basically seasoning this with the exact same thing.
What is that? Salt or pepper?
This is just granulated sugar,
That
just
was
to
a trick
turn the
question.
heat down on that, because when I tasted it on the back of my palate, it is a bit spicy.
Okay, I like that.
It's beautiful. That's coming together. All right. So I'm gonna whisk this together. Got everything in there. No bourbon smoked paprika. Gotta do better.
Well, you put a lot of seasoning. That's smart, man. You're
Oh.
gonna get a lot of different layers of flavor in this.
Yes, man. I gotta get some cream. I use butter.
All right, chef. We are halfway there. We are at 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh.
Definitely want to get those shrimp cooking. Right now, you need to make sure you got food on the plate. You need to make sure you get your shrimp frying. If I was you, I would focus on shrimp, which I see you're doing right now.
Yes, chef.
People at home, this is not as easy as it looks, as he makes it look, Sachet. It's a lot harder.
But you know what? When you're dealing with me, I'm always late, but I'm always on time. Go ahead.
I heard that before. I just like to be on time.
You just like to be on time.
I gotta be late.
You're one of those major pain type of guys. 5 minutes early, if you're 10 minutes late.
Yes, my friends will say that. I like to show up to the party before the party starts.
Yeah, we noticed. You know, I've been following you a long time, man. You do great work in the community, man. I'm proud of that.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Half the things you hear about me are fake, though.
Yeah, is that true?
No, it's not.
That's what I told myself.
I'm gonna help you out, man. Keep you going, man. There you go, man.
Thank you, boss.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Put that
You
back
just-
in your back pocket for you,
Hey,
brother.
man. Hey, listen.
Because one thing the judges won't like
Uh-huh.
is salt, sweaty salt in your food.
Well, it tastes more like pork base, but
Oh my goodness.
when it falls in their food, it's more like pork base. It is. So I'm mixing this up here, just coating it with the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, trying to get a nice red breading on it. It's actually so much, I don't even need the flour, just because it's got so much breading on it. So we're gonna go over to the fryer. Can I get a time check, please?
Time check.
5:15, we're good. So when I put these in, one of the tricks to making the breading stick on there is you just can't drop it in the basket. You actually have to let it cook for a second,
Gotcha.
then drop it in the basket. Let it go. Got 2 more. All right. Drop it.
Smart. Smart,
Beautiful,
smart.
beautiful, beautiful.
So the char is 100% on this right now. You're gonna get that smoky flavor you're looking to. That's actually smart, not putting any oil on there.
Yeah, it would have burned by now.
So what are you gonna do to these grits though, man? You are
man,
at
hey, listen.
4 minutes and 25 seconds. You haven't
Hey.
touched the grits. It's a shrimp and grits battle,
It
right?
is, but hey, the beauty of the grits and the sex in the grits is all right here, man. You
Gotcha.
add that right in. This is all your flavor you're gonna need right here, my guy.
All right.
Just all you're gonna need to those grits.
All right. Once again, Austin does not care about this set. All right.
Okay.
We won't talk anymore about that, brother.
You know what?
The shrimp are looking good,
They're
man.
looking great, but I mean, if you want to use good, that's what you use. I won't critique you on how you talk,
Gotcha.
man.
Don't forget, you need 3 plates up there by the time the clock hits 0.
Understood, chef.
Gotcha.
3 minutes, we good to go. Those are for sure a little longer.
Yep, for sure, a little longer.
All right, so let's get this all plated up here. So now we're actually gonna start our plating. See the texture of these. No way that's happened before, huh?
And these are done.
Yes,
You sure, chef?
positive.
Okay. Hey, you're the professional here, man. I'm just the host.
100%.
Hey, I done got out the cooking game just to talk about it now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Let me shut up and go somewhere. Count something. All right. And you tasted those, right?
I don't have to. I practice all night.
Oh, so this is the cool thing about this show that separates it from everyone else is that this show highlights their comfort zone. This is what you're great at. This is not something I'm putting on them on the fly. This is something that they said they were the best at. So that's what separates us is you may not actually need to taste it because this is not your first time doing it, right?
I know those are great.
Got you, man. You know, let me tell you something while you're finishing this up. You know what makes the difference between a great restaurant and a good restaurant? You know what it is?
What's that?
Salt and pepper. It's the only difference, people. I just gave y'all $1 million quote right there. Difference between a great restaurant and a good one. Salt and pepper. All right. You have time, chef. You are at, goodness. We will get a real clock next time, people.
Where we at?
You got 1 minute and 50 seconds left. I take it that you want to add more seasoning now.
A bit.
That's
You know.
smart, man. It's okay, man.
Sometimes you know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
and sometimes
Well, if there's one thing I know what I'm talking about is competition. You know, it takes a lot to beat the #1 rated chef in America. And I don't know who that person was who beat him, but beat her, but believe he's the host of this show. You know, I believe so. So in order to take down the Alex Guarnacellis of the world and your top chef people, you have to taste everything.
touche.
There you go, man. All right, we're down to that final minute. Got your nose. Third place right behind you. And don't forget you have this right here to be able to toss your shrimp in or toss that into. Take it off the stove.
See, there goes that drip.
Oh, there you go, man. I ain't there to do it this time.
Hey, man.
Right, we got 40 seconds.
You fired. Yes, so I'm plating my grits. I want to. Okay. I'll get that plate wiped off. Get a decent little pull here. Pico's coming along.
Looks good. Looks like a good consistency on your grits.
Thank you, chef. Glad that they had salt and pepper. We'll move this out of the way. Thank you. All right. Coat it there.
This is the part of the show that separates the good ones from the great ones, the plating.
This looks a lot easier on television when I watched you.
I didn't have that effect of making things look easier than they are. Good looking, man. All right, chef. 18 seconds.
Heard.
15. 10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, awesome. Let's go to judging. Now, I will have a plate. All right, Chef Austin, tell us what we have today.
So today we have a flaming hot Cheeto shrimp and grits infused with a chipotle pico with cheddar, Asiago, and chipotle Gruyere.
All right, man. Hey, this is creativity at its best right here.
Oh, we can go now.
Yeah. You could have went as soon as you started talking.
Oh, okay. I have to get these grits. I love cheese. There goes that mayonnaise then.
It's how I like to eat my shrimp, bro. Picking it up with my hands.
I was gonna say, am I like super crazy for eating this with my
No.
hands? Because
We
everybody else
dive in.
using utensils and I'm just over here.
I was trying to be proper.
Okay, good.
Time being
We're
proper is
eating
over.
shrimp and grits. I
Yeah.
have to use my hands.
Yes. Mackenzie, tell me what you think. Mackenzie, finish eating, then tell me what you think.
Oh my gosh. Have to make sure my lipstick is okay. Right off the bat, love it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, earlier you said you hadn't met anybody your age that like was not a Flamin' Hot Cheeto fan. Hello, because I do not like a lot of heat. So I was a little bit apprehensive, but this is fantastic. There's a great balance in your pico too. You said you added granulated sugar to it to
Yes.
kind of balance out that heat.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of balance here. I also think presentation is like your first impression, right? So you can totally see your fun personality in your plating. I think it looks fantastic. And just the grits. Grits are supposed to be really cheesy to me. Like you gotta have that cheese. Your chipotle cheddar in here is like, wow, I love it. And the bourbon paprika, yes, 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 very good.
Well, obviously she's a fan. Mitch, what do you think?
The first thing that struck me was the visual of the plate, which was awesome. I think a lot of times when you see some plates, they don't have enough color. This is really, really well balanced. I actually like just the finish of the cilantro, that little green, because there's a lot of red and neutral colors going on. So I thought that was really good. Really well balanced. So you get the heat, but it doesn't blow you away. And definitely the creaminess of those grits kind of calm that down a little bit. And the cheese with the heat and the pico just works really well together. I've never seen pico made on a flat top. And again, when he was throwing the chipotles in there, I got a little concerned, but it works really well. It's very delicious.
So the plating was beautiful. You all obviously had a lot of color, like Mitch said. I think you could have gone without the cilantro, to be honest. Like I think the leafy texture with how like bodied the grits are, for me, you would have been totally cool without it.
Well, I was a little concerned when he was breading the shrimp, whether that was gonna set in the fryer. I mean, I liked how he didn't just dump it in, he kind of dropped it, but I was concerned that was gonna work out, but it worked out actually really well. It was very, very crispy and it really coated the shrimp well overall.
This is right up my alleyway. Like this is unique, it's different. You brought something to the table that I think no one would have thought of and you actually succeeded here. Like, good job. I think that the shrimp coating on the shrimp, I was so worried about you not cooking the shrimp long enough. My number one fear. But you killed these shrimp, man. They're perfectly crispy. The flavor is there, even though you didn't add anything else but Flamin' Hot Cheetos, which was my number one where I'm like, hey, no salt, no pepper, no garlic, no nothing. But I guess Flamin' Hot Cheetos come ready to sell. You know, they didn't need anything else. The grits, the texture of them, the texture, the flavor, and the just the depth that you got when you added the celery salt and all those kind of things in your dish. It just compounds flavor, man. And I love the pico. I think the pico silently stole the show because without it, I think you're missing that smoky flavor, that freshness, that bite of the onions and the tomatoes. That's everything that you need in this dish. I am 100% surprised that this turned out as good as it did. But just little things like this. When it comes to competing, I seen that competition started to get the best of you. Like you didn't go to that second gear that maybe would have gotten you to complete, like add your lemon, add your lime, those things that would have brung out a little more vibrant flavors of the dish. But besides that, man, great dish.
Thank you, chef.
All right, so we're going to tally up our votes and get our next chef out here to cook, and we'll see you in a little bit. Good job, man.